Hi guys, it's me, Sid. Well, first, Happy New Year, belated. I know, I've been away for a minute. So today, just co-washed my hair, as you can see. For the last few weeks, I've decided to go back to co-washing pretty much daily. And give my hair a break from all the twists and braid outs. Again, it seems like if I go 2 or 3 sessions doing that, my fro tends to shrink. I think I'm gonna kind of back off of that. I know I said it before, but you know, impatience makes you do things. During that time, I ran out of my cholesterol, so I thought it'd be a good time to try something new. It was still working for me, but you know, as you use a product over time, like over 2 or 3 months, it starts to fade on you a little bit. It doesn't work as well as it did in the beginning. So that's, you know, it's a good rule of thumb to just when you end a product, or if you use a product, you know, 2 times to the end, you know, it's probably a good time to switch to something else. And you know, there's nothing wrong with going back to it if you want. What I decided to try, which I don't know, you know, I'm filming this, so you know, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. So you know, just hold up. don't shut it off and then go run and do this, because you know, I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not to leave the conditioner in your hair. Now, when I put it in though, how do I say this? I didn't put in as much as I would as a regular co-wash. I probably put in about half as much, or maybe a tad bit more than that, and just really kind of, you know, pulled and worked it through my coils all the way through the hair shaft from the root. My hair has been in this towel for about an hour. So let's see what happens. I mean, it does feel pretty good right here, but I'm a little scared. Gotta go somewhere in a few minutes too, so I hope I didn't jack shit up. All right. Ah, look at that. I got hang, y'all. I don't know. Don't I look like a sheepdog? Or what's those dogs that look like they have dreads? Aren't they the cutest? I don't know. Maybe I can do it. Find a picture of one, do a split screen. Y'all, I'm bored. It's piecey. Now, I think it's a length thing, but for the most part, they're well separated. I'm going to keep doing this for days and see if it gets better, or if I do it too much, if somehow it starts to revert on me and do something I don't like. Today I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not going to diffuse, I'm not going to do any extra scrunching. Today I'm just going to try it completely air dry. It feels so good going in, and you know, I still have my speak, which is nice. I was afraid I might lose that, so that tells me that it's not coating my hair.
Elle se donne un instant pour réfléchir, pour laisser aller ses sentiments. Son prince doit venir, ses songes l'emportent enfin. Elle croit voir l'avenir, ses amants.
there were snow flurries all day. So it was just interesting that everybody was covered up and, you know, trying to protect their hair. And I had a little dust of snow in my hair and could care less. The first day I used the organics and walked out of the house. I mean, I just left it out like a big bush, didn't even pull the sides back. And before I could even get across the street, this woman was like, "Oh, I love your hair," you know, and I was just like, it almost shocked me because, you know, I haven't heard it. And then today, while I was waiting to go across the street, these two guys were sitting in the car and they were like, "Excuse me, miss," you know, "excuse me." I'm like, you know, "Miss," like, I'm telling you, they don't talk to you crazy when you have this hair. He was like, "Is that your hair?" Or, you know, and I was like, "Yeah." And so the guy in the passenger was like, "Ah, I told you, you know, I won the bet," you know. And I thought, wow. Of course, the one that guessed that it was my hair had dreads. So there you go. Another successful day. See you soon. I noticed the less I do after shower, the better curl definition I have. And honestly, there is absolutely like no residue in my hair. It just feels like my hair is soft, it's not brittle. And literally that's all I did was just wet it, put the tiniest bit of conditioner in, and at the end of the shower I just kind of, you know, shook it all out and left it the hell alone. And then, you know, after about 15-20 minutes, you know, gave it another shake just to keep it, you know, fluffed out as much as possible. And now this is all the shrinkage that I got. This conditioner has just enough properties to kind of give your hair a little bit of weight. And the other thing about it is if you use too much, it takes forever to dry. So it might be a better summer thing until you can tell yourself that you don't need a whole lot of product. Again, I think that's just a mental thing. We think we have to douse our hair in order to get it to, you know, respond to something, but it's absolutely not true. Okay guys, this is day 10. I skipped a couple of days because basically it's nothing new to report. I'm still using it and it seems like it's only getting better. I just used it while my hair was drenched in the shower and just used like maybe a dollop like this. Rubbed it through real good, and when my hair was wet and flipped over, I just patted in like this to make sure it saturated the ends first, and then I just scrunch all over. I might have added a little bit, you know, to get around the underside or whatever, but just a tiny bit, and just scrunched and let the water and the product get in that way. And then before I left the shower, you know, I just gave it a shake. And look at my hair. Hi y'all, well, decided to just go with the flow. I used that stringy band that I showed you. So that's my 12 days of organics olive oil deep conditioner. Some good stuff. So I guess I'm gonna be on it for a while. I don't really see any reason to stop using it at this point because it's giving me some pretty fabulous results. So let me know if it works for you, all right? Peace out.